What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisor.com, bringing home the bacon, NBA DFS video. It is Tuesday. It is November 11th. Welcome back to the channel. If you've never been here before, hopefully you're in for a treat. If you've been here before, you know the drill. We've got 5 games on the slate. We're going to give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position with our floor projections through our first 10,000 sims. We do a total of 20,000 sims a day. We've done 10,000 already, and we want to bring you your first look. After we get through everything, we're going to build you a DraftKings tournament lineup and a Fanduel tournament lineup as well. And on top of that, we try to have 2 giveaways in these videos every single day, and here's how you could win. You got to like the video, you got to be a subscriber to the channel, and you got to leave a comment. You do all 3 of those, and this video right here gets a minimum of 50 likes. You will have a shot at a free week of FTA+. Now, that is a week of all sports. So right now, we've got NBA, we've got NFL, we've got PGA, and we've got MMA. If this video gets a minimum of 100 likes, a chance at a free month, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on this video, you have a chance to win a free $500 lifetime pass. Second way to win, somewhere in the video there'll be a keyword or a key phrase. Be on the lookout for it, type it in, and see if you win a second time. So we haven't had a video in a couple of days. I get that. I had a sick kid. I couldn't do it. I had screaming in the background. Yesterday, squirrel hit the power, the transformer box and blew the power. Didn't have power all day. It was 30 degrees outside, and it was 30 degrees in my house. But you guys are here. We're going to look at November 8th's video. You had 18 comments, 59 likes, and 600 views. So we are going to see the 2 winners or possibly the 1 winner if they had the keyword. So this is just for getting a minimum of 50 likes. This has nothing to do with the keyword. The winner of the key, there you go, X-Flip. This might be the first time you've ever won. That name does not sound familiar towards me. So congratulations to you. Please email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. In the subject line, say you are the 11/8 video likes winner. And then let me know if you do have a username on FantasyTeamAdvisor.com. If you do not, I just need a username, an email, and a password. So give me that, and we'll get you set up for a free week of FTA+. Now, the keyword was beer. We're going to re-roll it. You still have a 1 in 18 chance to win it for that keyword. So the winner of the keyword from November 8th video is Jeff's or news. Yeah, you know what? Jeff. Congrats, Jeff. I'm not even going to try to, not even going to attempt that. Jeff, I think you've won in the past, or I've seen your profile picture, but email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com, so you're the 11/8 keyword winner. And let me know if you have a username on the site. If you do not, I need your username, email, and password, and we'll get you set up. And it's that simple. Just stick around, have some fun with it. Let's win some money. So we're going to look at Vegas odds real quick. We got Memphis at New York. We got 5-game slate on FanDuel, 5-game slate on DraftKings. So we've got Memphis at New York right now. Memphis or New York being a 121.5 implied team total. Memphis being a 112 implied team total. So the spread is pretty big in that one. Toronto at Brooklyn. You got Toronto 122. You got Brooklyn 111.5. Another almost double-digit spread there. It is a double-digit spread. Boston at Philly, it's a closer game. We got Philly 117, Boston 114.5. Golden State at OKC, OKC 118 implied team total, Golden State 110.5. And then Indy versus Utah, Indy 117 with Utah being 114.5. So we've got a ton of information there. We've got some close games. We got some games that might lose by double digits. So that's kind of what you got to monitor and navigate through. But we got 5 games we're going to go over. So it's time. Let's rock and roll. So we're going to look at this. We're going to give you some projections. So what we're doing is we're going to give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value. So at top, it's exactly what it sounds like. Top of the players at each position. In the mid tier, we're looking like 8K or below, depending on the site. 8 to 6K is kind of the range that I would look at. And then value, I'm looking at 5K or below. Minimum of 20 fantasy points is what we'd like to look at. Obviously, value picks will come out throughout the day. Will change a little bit. So we're going to build you lineups here. But at the end, this is what I'll tell you. Towards the end of the day, things will change. So do not just take this lineup that we build at the end of this video and then copy paste and that is it. You want to make some changes to it because value will open up throughout the day. So looking at point guard, we got SGA at the top. I got him about 52 to 55 fantasy points. Just depends on how close this game stays and if they're going to be in the game the majority of the time. You got Ja Morant right around 44 to 48 fantasy points. Tyrese Maxey right around 44 fantasy points himself. So we come down into this region here. Cam Thomas already ruled out, so we're okay there. Mid-tier, we're looking about a Jalen Brunson, about 40 fantasy points. Derek White, about 37. Keontae George, right around 35 fantasy points. And then trying to find some value here. Excuse me. So value-wise, like I said, 5K-ish or not. Igor Demon, we're looking right around 23 to 25. TJ McConnell is questionable. We're looking about 24 to 26 fantasy points. He's got a great matchup, 28 DVP there. And then we got Tyrese Martin right around 20 fantasy points himself. So let's move to the shooting guard position. So with shooting guard, it's not a huge gap, I'll say, but we're there. We've got a little bit to look at. At the top, we got RJ Barrett. I'm looking right around 36 fantasy points. Jimmy Butler, right around 36 to 40. He's got 28 DVP in a game that should be a good game against OKC. I love Jimmy Butler here. Probably pay for Jimmy Butler a little bit more. We got Peyton Pritchard right around 34 fantasy points. We'll come down in this mid-tier region here. I've got Michael Bridges, about 30 fantasy points. Brandon Podziemski, about 27. Quentin Grimes, right around 27 fantasy points. Then let's try to find some shooting guard value here. Depending on where we're at, we're looking at Alex Caruso right around 20 fantasy points, Tyrese Martin about 20, and then Ace Bailey right around 19 to 22. So let's move to small forward right now. Not like a ton, like you're not paying up a ton, 8,500s at the top. We got Jaylen Brown right around 42 to 45 fantasy points, Brandon Ingram right around 36, Michael Porter Jr. right around 35 to 40 fantasy points. Mid-tier area here, I've got Aaron Nesmith right around 30 fantasy points, Kelly Oubre Jr. 30, and Jarace Walker right around 28 fantasy points. And then we get into this region here. Go down a little bit further, try to find some sort of value here. Again, under 5K. I'm looking at Jalen Williams right around 21 to 24 fantasy points, Zaire Williams right around 19, and Drake Powell about 18 to 22 fantasy points. Now, again, when they are the value picks in each position, they're going to get a need. You would love to see 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, or if they could get 1.5 to 2.2 fantasy points per minute average, if they're going to play maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the game. That's the value that you got to see. So we'll look at the power forward position now. I've got Karl Anthony Towns at the top, right around 46 to 52 fantasy points. I've got Pascal right around 46 to 52. Scotty Barnes, I love the matchup for Barnes against Brooklyn, 26 DVP. I'm looking about 42 to 45 fantasy points out of him. Come down mid-tier, Lauri Markkanen right around 38 fantasy points. Jaren Jackson Jr. about 36. Draymond Green about 29 fantasy points. And then you can see a lot of people already ruled out or questionable, which is fine. So you come down into the value, if you can find value. It just depends. Josh Minott, I'm looking right around 26 fantasy points. Noah Clowney, about 25 to 28. Kyle Filipowski, right around 24 to 28 fantasy points as well. So then we move into the center position. So Embiid is at the top. He's 7,600. It's crazy to see Embiid that low priced, but it's just kind of what we're used to right now. He's playing like every other game. The minutes are kind of weird, 25 to 26 minutes. Value-wise, he's hit it the last couple of games at 40 plus. I've got him right now about 42 to 45 fantasy points. It just depends if he's going to get those minutes, how long this minute restriction is going to be. Yusuf Nurkic is there. I've got him second, about 36 to 40. I kind of love Nurkic in this one. Isaiah Hartenstein right around 36 to 40 as well. Mid-tier, I'm looking at Jakob Poeltl right around 29 to 32. Neemias Quetta about 27 to 30. Jock Landale about 26 to 28 fantasy points. And then we're still trying to find some value, some more. Isaiah Jackson right around 23 to 25. Jalen Williams about 22 fantasy points. And then Jay Huff right around 20 to 24 fantasy points. So those are just some of the plays. If you want to see all of them, under the NBA tab. We got odds, simulations. We've got bets. We've got fantasy points allowed by position. We've got chalk. If you guys play chalk, if you play cash, you want to play those chalk plays. If you play tournaments, you want to fade the chalk. So we've got that for you. We got projections and a cheat sheet. On the cheat sheet, we've got about 6 to 7 plays in cash for each position, 6 to 7 plays for tournaments, and we've even got some leverage plays as well. And speaking of some leverage plays, some of our top value plays for today, overall, we'll just kind of look at some of them. This is early through 10,000 sims, so these value plays will change a little bit. Josh Minott at the top, right around 26 to 30. Kyle Filipowski about 24, like I said earlier. Anthony Simons, I've got number 3. Number 4, I've got Jock Landale. And number 5, I've got Trendon Watford for our top 5 early value plays through the first 10,000 sims. So there you have it. Now we are going to show you 2 lineups that we built. Both are tournament lineups. 1 DraftKings, 1 Fanduel. So a DraftKings lineup we're going to build right here. Excuse me. We're going to build it for you. Now, again, this is early. We're playing some ones that I love here that kind of more, we're not paying huge up here. So we didn't pay up for SGA in this one, which is completely fine. It's one of those where this is more of a balanced lineup. If you pay up for SGA, you got to find other value. Now, again, value is going to open up throughout the day, but this is more of a balanced lineup. We've got a little bit of value under 5K, a couple of plays. We've got 3 of our 5 early value plays in this lineup. So we got Morant, Barrett, Brown, Minott, Nurkic, Simons, Watford, and Pritchard. I'm going to enter that lineup. And then we got a Fanduel lineup as well. We did pay up for SGA. Again, pricing's a little bit different. We paid up here for Ja, for Nemhard. We paid down for Demon. Now, again, it just depends on the minutes that he's going to play. But, you know, kind of boom or bust. Nurkic, probably one of my favorite center plays for the night. So there you go. SGA at the top, Nurkic at the bottom. If you have any questions, let me know. Keyword of the day is Keith for Keith Morrison from Dateline. If you have questions, let us know. Already starting to work on week 11. I know I didn't have videos out. I didn't have the main slate. I got a sick kid the past couple of days crying in the background. I could not find the time to do it. I will work on that. I will help you guys out. Let's have a great time. Good luck on this slate. Be on the lookout for NFL content. Let's have fun. Let's bring home some bacon. Peace.